Oh, I didn't see you there. What's good? What's poppin' with the population? Welcome back to another episode of where we talk shoes and reviews and all those different things, and we just keep it real. We have open conversations about the thing that we love to. Well, some of us love to do it, which is run, right? This is a special edition of finding the perfect daily trainer. Instead of just talking about one shoe, we're gonna do our first ever versus featuring On. So we got two On Cloud shoes to talk about today. We're gonna put them head to head because they're different shoes. So if you're looking to get an On shoe, you see the hype, you see the logo all over different people's feet, and you're wondering like, damn, I kind of want a pair of those. So you walk in the store and you don't know which one you should go for, right? So today we're gonna talk about the Clousurfer 7 or the Clousurfer versus the Cloudmonster. Which one could be ideal for you, right? Okay. No, we can keep it how we always keep it. We can start with the outsole. The outsole of these is pretty much the same design language. They put rubber in all the needed places. It's nothing to write home about. It's no slippage. It's not Continental rubber, because you know Continental rubber, those are our guys. But it's still an amazing outsole. Like, it has just the amount of grip that you would want in the shoe. Great for all surfaces, great for all road and ground surfaces. I don't know about the dirt. I haven't taken this on dirt, but this shoe has been great dirt, ground, everywhere. So I would have to give the edge right now to the On Cloudmonster in terms of the outsole. Alright, midsole. So the midsole in these shoes the midsole in both of these shoes are different. This shoe right here, the On Cloudmonster, hold on, let me get the other side. The On Cloudmonster's midsole is completely different than the On Cloudsurfer's midsole. And how do you decide which one is for you, right? The midsole on that On Cloudsurfer, let me take a few steps back. Who do I think the On Cloudsurfer is for? I think the On Cloudsurfer is for the runner that doesn't like having ground feels, not looking for a carbon plated shoe, looking for a shoe that has a roll to it, a shoe that will make you work a little bit more while you're running, but is also very, very soft. This is one of the softest shoes that you will run in. Like, it doesn't get, to me, the midsole on this doesn't get any softer than this midsole. My close comparison to this shoe is if you've ever run in a Hoka Clifton shoe. So like, I think the last Clifton shoe I had was the Clifton 8. This reminds me exactly, the midsole in this exactly reminds me of the Clifton 8. It was like they took the Clifton 8 and they were like, how can we make something close to this but still has like our style to it? Now the difference between the Clifton 8 and this shoe is the fact that this shoe has a bit of a, well, the Clifton 8 has a rocker too, but the rockiness is kind of aggressive. But if you didn't like the Clifton 8, if you're not looking for a shoe that has a super soft landing that makes you feel like you might work a bit much, this probably isn't a shoe for you. It's still a great midsole. In comparison, this shoe, do you feel ground contact in the shoe? Yes, even though it has a height, you still feel like you feel the ground. Maybe that's the way the shoe grips the ground. But if you see these, what are they called? Helion. If you see the Helion holes, right? All these Helions, basically the clouds. This will give you an experience that you've never ever felt before. So the Cloudsurfer feels like your traditional running shoe. This shoe right here feels like nothing you've probably ever felt before. It's equivalent to if you took a shoe and you took the midsole off, it's like you took a rubber hose, cut it up and put it at the bottom of your foot and then walked on that. That is exactly what the shoe feels like. So does that feel amazing? To me, I love that. Like, I love the feel of these, and this is like their max comfort shoe. Honestly, I think that they knocked it out the park. This is my first time trying an On shoe between these two. So the first one I tried was the Surfer. Then I tried this. The Surfer was a relief because I think at the time I was running in the Reebok Float Ride 5, which I love that shoe. It's like to me that's like that's like my perfect daily trainer. We're gonna get to that review soon. Stay tuned for that. Subscribe, like and all the other stuff. But this shoe feels like you're walking on those on pieces of a cut up hose, which in a way, if you're just walking, this is like the ideal walking shoe. This is the best walking shoe I think I've ever put on, for one. When you're running on that, it's like it's giving your foot a massage at the same time, and it's stable. Honestly, they knew what they were doing with the Cloudmonster. And this shoe's been out for a while now. I didn't even know it's been out for a while. So when I got it, I thought it was just something to talk about. But I think they're gonna come out with the second version of this shoe pretty soon. I think it's been out over a year. But this shoe is flat out. The midsole in this is flat out amazing. After I ran the marathon, I took that shoe off and I put this shoe on. So in Honolulu, when I took my shoes off, I could barely even walk. This shoe, when I put it on my feet instantly felt better, and I was just able to walk around. It felt like I was getting a foot massage. Like, how could you beat that? How could you ask for more? But yeah, I'm definitely leaning more towards this shoe, and it has a speed board on top of the foam in the midsole, and that's supposed to give you more, maybe for a bit more stable ride and give you like a firmer feeling. And that firmer feeling, to me, as the day goes on, if you're a person that stands on your feet a lot, so if you're like a person that either walks a lot, if you're a person that's like a hairstylist, hairdresser, anybody, conductor, anybody, retail, anybody that works on their feet, I think this is definitely the shoe for you outside of running. Inside of running, this is definitely the shoe for you. It might be a little bit heavy, but if you're looking for a max cushion shoe, I think you need to look no further than this beast of a shoe right here. I highly recommend. This instantly has become my favorite max cushion shoe. Prior to this, I really loved the Hoka Bondi series, but the Hoka Bondi series had gotten a little bit more firm. Then I really loved the New Balance More series, and I still love the New Balance More series, but this stole my heart from both of those guys. Alright, if we talk about the upper real quick, the upper on these two are very different. This is more of your traditional padded upper, and there's nothing wrong with the traditional padded upper. Like, traditional padded uppers are great. I think this is another one. It's breathable. It protects your feet. But personally, I like what they did on this upper, which has I really like thin uppers. So the upper on this is nice. It's thin. It's breathable. It doesn't get in your way. And honestly, since it's not padded, your toes have way more space. So with this shoe, if you do get this shoe, your toes, they're not gonna feel cramped or anything, but like I don't like that feeling of extra padding on top of my foot. This shoe, since the upper is so thin, you don't have that feeling. So it's like this is like the traditional on shoe. Like most on shoes that you put on, I feel like this minus the stack. So it'll go down and down and down and down to make you feel like you're walking more flat-footed. But this shoe feels more like alright, if we had to make a really soft running shoe that probably 75% of the runners out there would love, that's probably this shoe. This reminds me of a Hoka. This reminds me of them old Brooks. This is like that shoe for you. Like, oh snap, and it looks pretty good. I can't lie. This is fly. Like, I see people rocking this one out all the time. But this one, to me, if I had to take a winner between these two, this is the winner chicken dinner right here. Baby boy, baby girl, if you're looking for a real shoe, this is the shoe for you. Shouts to the Cloudmonster, baby. Alright, we up out of here. This been Teo. This is a little versus. Matter of fact, let's get back in the lab with it. I got some more things to talk about. I'll be right back.